Hi everyone, this is my video on Moon in Aquarius. Now if your Moon is in Aquarius, you are a fixed sign, which means your belief, your who you are as a person, what you think, what you do, what you say may not be changed. Your routines might be the same. You know, you don't like to change situations a lot. You are ruled by Uranus and you are an air sign, so communication and talking is important for you. Now, when it comes to the emotional side of things, you may not see it. You may not feel your emotions fully and completely and deeply. Okay? You are someone that is more lighthearted and is more independent and likes to have fun and likes to be around their friends and all of that. And your emotions or whatever you're feeling is expressed through who you are, because you want to be different and you want to stand out and you don't want to flock with the pigeons. You want to soar like the eagle. You want to be different. You want to stand out. So the way you express yourself is how you express your emotions. So if you just like physical appearances or maybe a new interest or a new hobby, something that you can put your whatever you're feeling into that you claim is a new way, the new who you are, is how you express your emotions. Now, when it comes to sadness and depressing emotions, this isn't somewhere where you are good at. Like anything that makes you sad or mad, I feel like Aquarius moons can get over it really quickly. There's a temporary sadness, but it's not so much emotional, you know? It's more like you feel it, but you don't know what you're feeling. Maybe you don't know how to deal with it. You know, maybe, and you're not someone that needs emotional connections with people, you know? You're definitely someone that likes verbal communications, a good time, fun, laughter, things that define who you are, you know? Because you strive so hard to be different. So you don't necessarily look at the emotional side on things. Aquarius moons have a hard time of viewing understanding other people's point of views on an emotional situation because they don't feel the same way, you know? These people don't feel as deeply and they can be fickle and they can be flighty because they're an air sign. But I'm going to tell you how to deal with it. So if you're an Aquarius moon and you're watching this and dealing with your emotions, whatever is becoming very frustrating for you, try something new. You know, you are fixed, so you don't like to change, but maybe trying something new will help you to find yourself because you spend a lot of time defining who you are as a person, so maybe changing it up would help you a little bit, or just communicating and socializing will help also. You know, you don't get stuck on these emotions, but at times, you can feel a little funky, you know? So the best way is to kind of just look at the situation as a whole and try to understand it. And these people may not, if they get into a messy emotional situation, they may not understand what's going on and their first reaction is to communicate about it. So definitely, if you don't understand what you're feeling, talk to a friend. Go socialize. Go be around someone that can help you get those wheels turning, you know, of really what it is that you want and what it is that you're feeling. Because this is when you will express yourself truly. Because you express yourself through yourself. You don't need to put it in anything, you know? You don't need to, maybe you express yourself through relationships, whether they be romantic or platonic, but you express yourself through how you feel in that relationship, whether it be romantic or platonic, you know? So, you know, emotions can be superficial at times, and they can be me-centered, you know? You may only see your side of the story, may only be upset about your side of the story, not necessarily taking the other person's point of view because you don't understand them. You're not necessarily good with empathizing, and you're not good with seriousness and all of that stuff because you just want to do you. You just want to be free, you know? You just want to let go and not have all this emotional baggage because you're meant to go out and communicate. So definitely when you are down and in the slumps, just figure out what it is that you want, figure out what's making you feel this way, change it up, communicate with that person if you can, if it's a situation that you can communicate with, and at least look at the situation from their point of view and your point of view. Try to understand the emotional connection that the other person has built. And if it's too much for you because you don't like those messy emotional situations, it's okay for you to move on and leave. Even though it may be hard for you because you're a fixed sign, you have a lot of friends. You're good at manifesting a lot of friends because of the communication capabilities that you have and the fun livelihood that you have. So change it up and go run off and go be yourself with someone else. You know, you don't like it when you have to censor yourself around people. And if you feel that you're censoring yourself, maybe it's a time to move on and change and let go. And yeah, find situations and things that let you express who you are, which is a happy, upbeat, communicative person. Yeah, and that's it for my Aquarius Moon video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.